Good day, dear colleagues. Good day, dear doctors, dental students. I welcome you on our Rubberdamology channel, where we're studying self-training exercises to learning rubberdam application in the mouth cavities of your patients to have good clinical results. My name is Apokin Alexander and I'm general dentist. Today I want to talk with you about organizing your instruments for training and maintaining it in good quality and order. Some years ago, I made hands-ons for students, and we repeated in different towns and different countries, and we collect boxes with different instruments. And I think it's very well organized, and I hope you will be interested in repeating this order and collection of instruments for self-training in your learning curve during our Rubberdamology program. This one box is collected for 2 persons. And I think this is a very good idea to learn Rubberdamology with your colleagues or friends or assistant. And each instrument we have twice. But if you are working solo or learning solo, I describe all container only in one set. I remove unnecessary set, and today we discuss only instruments. Let's start. Clamp pillars, unnecessary instrument, puncher. In my education set, I have dentage puncher, metal frame for rubberdam, also this is dentage, and clamp pillar also dentage. And then we have something different from dentage instruments, and I show you a clamp stand. I think this is a very good idea to set all clamps on this holder, because all of them are in front of you, and it's very easy to hold them in the proper place and take them out and set it back. I'm using a set from company VM. And my personal invention is the stands which collected on this plate. We're talking about these clamps sometimes later. Then marker to make marks on the rubberdam plates. A mirror. Maybe in some cases it's very good to check what space you have inside rubberdam setup. So the middle size mirror, intraoral mirror, scissors to cut some parts of rubberdam, matrices, flosses, and so on. It's very useful. Very simple pillars and probe. It's enough for basic work. Also, I place for my students 2 rings, also from company Torvea, to hold matrices and repeat interdental setup. And extractor from the Pakistan company. I don't know what is the name of this, but it's very like to dentage separator And in some cases, it's interesting to apply, and we discuss many cases with this separator in the future lessons. I think that's all. So, the basic idea, you need one big box for the main instruments, is the clamp stand, puncture, clamp pillars, frame, pillar, rope and scissors, also marker, some rings and separator. Maybe if we're talking about training, what can we also take to learning with us? This is some kinds of matrices. I switch my cameras to macro. Matrices, maybe some kinds of incidental wedges, any kind you have under your hands in your practice or in your dental depot. It's very good for education. So these small sets you will collect by yourself, or maybe in future we're talking about collecting wedges, matrices and so on. But today we're talking only about our main training instruments. Let's talk about clamps directly. I remove this box and stay only clamps for you. Clamp number 210 from company Dentage, also the same number from any other companies, Pakistan, Russian and so on, English. It's clamp for central incisors of the upper jaw, and it's very important. I see this, I think, very important mistake in different YouTube channels from different doctors from different countries also, and from England, and it's very, very strange for me, but this is the right way for placing clamp number 210. Maybe sometimes doctors call it butterfly. Butterfly for upper incisors. And this way is wrong. Sometimes I see this example. And I think this is the Rubberdam idiotia, because you cannot work properly. This is wrong way, and this is right way. The same idea you will maintain under the clamp number 9, the butterfly for lower jaw incisors. The right way of placing this clamp. The right way of placing this clamp is such way. This is very good. And of course, inverse position is wrong. This is not right way. Okay? The next, and why it's important to work during your education with the clamp stand, because you can very easy place your clamps back until you don't need it. I place it back. Then clamp for premolars. It's very, very similar clamp for me, and I think for all doctors. It's clamp number 1 for any type of premolars and canines. Clamp for number 2. And if you have exercise that you need isolation of frontal teeth from premolar to premolar, You can use different number of clamps, number 1 and number 2, for left and right side of upper jaw tooth arch. The same for lower jaw. The left side, and no matter, it's symmetrical, and you can use it for also for right side. It's very useful pair of clamps for as for education as for real clinical work. The next we have 3 types of clamps for molars. I choose for education set clamp number 14. It's very good for molars, not very big shape molars like tooth 27. And also it's very good for lower jaw molars. For tooth number 6, 36, 37, it's very useful clamp in real clinical work. Clamp number 14. Set it back to our stand and take next one. For example, for students, I choose one clamp with teeth. It's tiger clamps. It's an unsymmetrical clamp number 12A. It's very useful to work with the left upper tooth or the same but from right side to the lower teeth. So you can understand, because you have very big space and shape from the vestibular side and smaller from lingual. Unsymmetrical. The same but mirror to the upper jaw from the left side. Very good. The same clamp maybe you wish to buy for your education. And the favorite clamp for students is clamp number 7. It's very, very comfortable for patients because it has reversive angles of clamp from the gingiva to occlusion surface. It's very interesting because it has 2 holes, one for instruments, one for floss. And sometimes you can modify this clamp by cutting out this and rediscuss it during our next lessons. It's also work very, very good, very efficient for lower jaw. And the last but not least, the set of Brinker gingival retractors from company Torby & Company. All these clamps is from company KSK Dentage, and the others from Torby & Company. What is this? The clamp number, the gingival retractor number B3 is for right premolars. Clamp number B2, gingival retractor B2 for left premolars. I show you some exercises with these clamps. Brinker B4, very small, but I use it every time I fix my prosthetics. The second B4 from the nearest tooth to make pair fixation of veneers and crowns and so on, or maybe, and the last one is the clamp B1. I don't include gingival retractors shaped like a butterfly because I also already have butterflies in my setup. For education, I don't need it. Clamp for molars B1. And sometimes we can use bringers B4 pair to fix it on the neck of molar. It's also very efficient because you have very deep subgingival fixation of clamps, enough space to place crown, and very good fixation for tooth for preparation. This is my set of clamps for education purpose. I hope you like it. And so, outcomes of this video. We're talking about a clamp stand and different type of clamps. Basic instruments for working with rubber dam. Box for folding all these things, and additional instruments like pillars, probe, and mirror. Think about all these components. You need them every day. You have training with the rubber dam, with our exercises for self-learning methods and tricks for using rubber dam in the mouth cavity of your patient. I hope you like it. Thank you very much. Don't forget to press like button and fill comments below. Thank you very much.